Hi folks, this is Apple Geek. Moving right along to Mentally Advanced episode 19, based on Over a Barrel. Just been refreshing my memory on this episode, and I think this could potentially be a very fun one. At the same time, I'm realizing we're finally going to get a Brayburn in the MAS world, and based on previous references, yeah, this could be an interesting one. That's all I'm going to say on that. But yeah, the whole thing with the apple tree and the buffalo and Pinkie's song, and guessing we're not going to get the song. It'd be awesome if we did, but I'm not holding my breath on that because there's not many songs in these. But yeah, still, this could be a fun one. I've been missing Pinkie in these episodes lately. I think Pinkie had a bit more significant role in this one, at least in the original episode. So we'll see what she ends up doing. Anyway, I'll go ahead and get this rolling and see what kind of craziness we got. I'm also curious to hear the voices on all the new characters, especially the buffalo. That could be fun. All right, MS-19 starting now.
AJ, explain to me again why I'm not at my boutique and am instead escorting an apple tree all the way out to the desert.
So do
Well,
have the
Miss
tree.
Rarity, I reckon that it's a really important journey. Important to whom exactly? To me. It's important to me, and y'all are my friends, so thank you very much. AJ, I hate you.
Friends.
Openly and truly, I do not keep it a secret. Oh well, cause y'all are gonna help me lift this here tree and take it to wherever it needs to go as soon as we get wherever it is that we're going. And you are every bit as stupid as this trip if you think I'm going to help you lift a tree. Would you just stop your belly aching? I paid for your tickets. I feel like this is a pretty fair deal. I never said that you wouldn't help me lift an apple tree. And I don't suppose that you're familiar with opportunity cost because you are a Mud Pony High School dropout. If I skip a week of work, it will still cost me 1,000 bits. Oh well, then why'd y'all come along, Miss Theoretical High Fashion, working all the time even though I know you don't have a job right now? Oh, I do not expect you to know how I work, and the fact that although I'm not working all the time, when I do work, I'm working very hard. And besides, everyone else was going and I didn't want to be excluded, and I thought we were gonna go and see your rich family in Manhattan. My family in Manhattan are orange farmers. This is an apple tree. Now, I could understand if you couldn't tell the difference between one apple tree and another, but if you can't tell the difference between an apple and an orange, well, so much for your highfalutin education. Is that so? Well, you know what? I was talking to the bachelor herd, and do you know what they said? They all agreed that those little freckles of yours, those white spots, they look like a fungal infection. I'm sorry.
Oh,
can y'all
hey
speak up?
now.
The only thing I can
No,
hear
no,
is the
no, no,
honk of the
no.
town bicycle. Joke's on you. I don't have a horn. I have a bell, and I'm about to ring yours. Hey, guys.
What,
There's something going on
that
up
didn't
here.
even make any sense.
Man, look at all those fat, horny guys. They make me want to kill myself. They're bison, Dash. Hey, yes, you are filthy.
Oh.
They're a little too close to the train. Oh, I'll go and tell them. Hey, and thus ends the terrible reign of Rainbow Dash. Hey, they're stealing my tree. Wasn't Spike sleeping under the bed in that car? Hey, what in the hell is going on? Oh yeah, there he is. Spike, save the tree. Breathe fire on him. I hold all of you responsible. And he held out the last syllable of responsible.
Oh, hi,
against the last we
Brayburn.
saw of him. Those bison ran off with our tree and took Twilight's pet Spike with them. Are you the cousin that AJ slept with? Spike is really more
here we
of a
go.
slave than a pet. I mean, he's bitten kids before, so heads up.
So, you gossip with your friends, huh?
I don't exactly say nothing. I just Rarity's
I
kinda
love that voice.
extrapolating from some stuff. I don't know, AJ. If I were you, I might extrapolate with him.
We ain't gonna have to get married now, are we?
No. Extrapolating just means there's a lot of insubstantial rumors and no reason for anyone to be worried.
Oh, thanks, Celestia.
Yeah, praise be, though I don't know if we should be thanking Celestia yet. It's in our hooves, you know, if the family has its way.
Yeah, sure, not to eliminate, hey, speaking of family, how's your brother doing?
He's fine. He said hello. Granny's still kicking. Apple Bloom hasn't got her cutie mark yet, but it'll come in time. She seems to take a shine to fixing stuff.
Well, that's good. So your brother, though, is he still, does he still practice? Like, I mean, does he still like to practice in the bachelor herd during the off seasons?
Why, Brayburn, I don't know. I don't keep up with that sort of thing.
Does he ever say it helps out a lot?
It don't, I imagine.
Okay.
So about Spike, the tree, and the buffalo.
Right,
Yes,
right.
moving along.
Well, it's a right big deal because, as you know, well, we've all busted our humps trying to get this apple orchard starting in the desert.
Oh, I know something you can bust. Just ignore her, please. We're moving on.
Anyway, the earth is hard, cracked, lacks nutrients, there's virtually zero rainfall, the soil pH is all wrong, and on top of that, we haven't done a great job pruning the fruit to prevent the tree limbs from breaking. Those darn buffalo are going to be the death of this harvest. We've established ourselves here, and then they showed up demanding the right to stampede across this land.
Yeah.
And for what? I don't know. We didn't ask. But just look! The town is approximately no more than 50 feet across. Why don't they just go around us?
Man, I'm lost in the desert. Any minute now, I'm gonna get attacked by giant scorpions.
There is much worse things awaiting Rainbow Dash than scorpions.
Yes. Pinkie, what are you doing in the desert? Wait, are you a mirage? Pinkie Pie is a menagerie of justice and suffering. Yes.
The cursing gaze saw through the fakery of your death.
Who are you evading, Rainbow Dash? Your methods are amateur.
Oh, man.
Yes. You gotta be quiet. I'm evading giant scorpions. Also, help me keep an eye out for those big fat horny guys. Oh no, what the
Yeah.
crap is this?
Right
You
there.
fly away, Pinkie. I'll stay and fight.
Now there's no need for that. Skittles and Crazy are with me.
Dash, you
So
fail.
it turns out they stole AJ's tree because they really hate the apple orchard that her family is putting together. Also, they hate
Obviously.
ponies, but they're okay with dragons.
How'd they know we had the tree?
I didn't ask. I guess they guessed.
Well, then how would they know that the tree was specifically in the caboose?
Does it really matter?
It so totally does matter. What if the tree was in like one of the front cars instead of the caboose?
Well, I'd derail the whole train and kill everyone, but that's me. I can't speak for them.
How come AJ is building an orchard in the desert?
I got kidnapped before I even got to Appaloosa, and besides, I
Wow.
try not to ask questions because it never makes sense.
It's all very suspicious.
I can tell you why they are building an orchard. To make money by impeding our stampeding path.
Who's this fat guy?
This is Strongheart Dash. She's not fat or a guy. She's a bison.
Well, I don't know how to tell their gender.
Same way you tell a bear from a stallion.
I am not here to look at buffalo butt.
You're not here for any reason.
Exactly.
Okay, I'm sorry, go ahead. Well, the point
Oh,
I was
this
trying
is
to make is that
hilarious.
we tried to negotiate with the ponies, but we have made no progress.
Okay, now when you said negotiate, you
That
mean like you
voice.
tried in the store? Because my mom says that when you make one-sided demands, that is not negotiating.
That is very disrespectful. It is our land. We're not going to offer anything to use our own land. Look, she's really slow, so let's have Chief Thunderhooves lay it out and then decide on a death sentence or something.
The annual stampede is a lengthy ritual symbolic of the endless cycle of death and rebirth. Each year it is done, and every year we perform a choreographed song and dance number about the travels.
But this year, there will be no song or dance routine. How can we choreograph when we have to travel 50 feet to the left or to the right just to get around this town?
When I am reincarnated, I do not want to be told that we could not do this because I was too lazy in a previous life.
I know how it is to be struck by fear with laziness. I will assist you.
Oh, the stereotype.
Okay, so here's our plan for saving Rainbow Dash from those buffalo. We wander off into the desert, and then it works itself out.
We save time by finding you and the buffaloes. Yes.
Does anyone else just feel clumsy and all over the place today?
And look, I brought a buffalo. I brought it here to negotiate with you guys. Okay, so here's the deal. You guys are building on their land, so all you gotta do is clear some of the trees so they can run through there, and that's it. That's my plan.
Well, clearing a path would cost us 250,000 bits at least.
Okay, I'll go tell them. So they said the land is worth like 250,000,000 bits, Chief Fat Guy.
Are you being serious right now? Our land is worth 250,000,000 bits? Well then tell them they can have it for 250,000,000 bits.
So they said you could have the land for 250,000,000 bits.
Oh, well, no way. That's insane. It'd take us generations to earn back that money.
Yeah, but you're gonna be here for generations. That's how come the land is worth so much.
No, no, no. 1,000,000,000 bits right now is worth way more than 1,000,000,000 bits several generations down the line. Don't y'all know how to do cost projections?
I sure don't.
Well, you've got to figure out a lot of inflation and so on. Basically, no, this land don't got infinite worth.
So apparently, I think I misunderstood how much the land was worth. That's how much they spent on the apples.
They spent 250,000,000 on apples?
Yeah, I mean, AJ's family is just nuts about apples, although I guess that was maybe how much they thought it would be worth in the future. I don't know, Brayburn tried to explain, but it was just apple-based insanity.
Okay, do not tell anyone I tried to sell the land. The land is sacred.
Okay,
They cannot have the land if they are not going to pay us somehow. Tell them they cannot have the land.
so they say you guys can't have the land unless you pay for it, so here's the deal. They said if you're not willing to negotiate, then you have to pay them $250 million
How many
bits to use
days
some
is
of the
this
land.
taking?
What? That is outrageous. It is our sacred land. Tell them they can lick my butthole.
So they said you could have the land if you lick the chief's butt.
Would that really make this go away?
Of course not. Good lord, what do these ponies think of us?
Well, why did he offer it if it wasn't a serious negotiation?
I cannot believe he thought that was an offer. What kind of depraved society do you come from? I was trying to indicate that his proposal of us paying him is unacceptable.
And here I thought we were almost at a literal bottom to the solution for this conflict. Well, how about this? We'll give them a yield of our crops every year, and we'll lay down a trail for them to use that goes around the orchard.
The land is sacred and worth $250 million.
We're not going to get
I
to
am not
the
going
actual
to
battle
settle
at
for
all
an
here,
apple
are we?
pie once or twice a year as payment for this outrage. I think they need to be buffalo in the first place. Have that fellow marry my daughter. That might solve it.
I don't want to get married.
Too bad. This is for politics.
Oh, gee, I don't know about marriage. You know, I've been thinking, and maybe, you know,
Oh,
I
the
might be
stereotypes
more
again.
happy as a bachelor.
He dare snub my daughter's hoof in marriage. I will see to it that he is boiled alive. We will strip the skin from his very flesh and wear it as a symbol of our rightful heritage over the region.
It is okay, I am not mad. He was kind of a girly horse anyway, and I'm not into that.
He has hurt your self-esteem. He will be killed.
Now wait, why am I the target of a grudge?
Oh boy.
You tell him that if he's gonna wear my skin, I'll have his ass on a plate.
Again with this.
That was an
I have
interesting
had enough.
frame.
It is time for war.
Oh, okay, we are going to get the battle.
Okay, so something went wrong. I think I need a do-over.
You think? I had a feeling that was going to happen. Again, with the insane places some of these episodes end at. Alright. I'm going to read his notes on this one. Barbecue. Alright. Okay, well. Yeah, I had a feeling the thing with Brayburn would be quite in focus, and I was not wrong. That speaks for itself, so I'm moving right past that. I did not expect that. I figured there's going to be something crazy with the voices, but Indian accents, as in people from the country of India, was a stroke of pure genius. I mean, obviously, the original episode was the whole Cowboys versus Indians stereotype thing, and yeah, to twist it around to Indians in the truest sense. Wow. I mean, between the voices and what were the other hints? There's the arranged marriage thing, And I think there's one or two other things I picked up on, but it's escaping me now. Oh man, that was great. Curious if what the reception was when this video was originally published, because well, he clearly had a note there at the end about issues with being considered racist and whatnot, but I'm of the opinion everybody needs to learn how to laugh and not take offense at everything so terribly easy. So I thought it was funny, but I don't know. I just hope he didn't get raked over the coals too badly on that one for that reason. So anyway, the I wish I would have gotten a little bit more of Pinkie and Ash in this. So I've been missing both of them lately, Pinkie and Rainbow Dash. Dash running right into the sign is great. But I don't know, Dash is still a bit of a conundrum, because there are moments when she's just totally clueless, and then other moments where it seems like she has sparks of real intelligence. So it just makes for an interesting character, I guess. But yeah, I'm really kind of missing the. I really would have liked to have seen this version of Pinkie and doing something with that song, and it's like that. I know songs are really hard to do, but that would have been priceless, I'm sure. Only for that matter, the battle. Like, come on, why did we have to lose the whole battle? It was. I'm sorry, bad pun incoming. This episode was literally left on a cliffhanger. Yeah, whatever. Oh, what else do I talk about on this one? It's pretty straightforward. Thing with Rarity at the beginning, that's going more back to Rarity's old self, I feel like, unfortunately. She just really hates on Applejack for some reason. Oh, okay, yeah. The whole thing of the apple trees and growing in the valley. That was one thing that always kind of was bugging me at the back of my head too about the original episode. Like, you're in the middle of the desert. How on earth have you made an entire apple orchard grow? That is not the correct climate for that. I don't know. That just seems crazy, but whatever. It's Equestria. Anything's possible, I guess. Earth pony magic. Problem solved, apparently. But it is funny to see him poke fun at that, though, because it is just it's one of those things that just flies in the face of science so blatantly that it's just, yeah. It's like apple-based insanity. Best line in that episode, easily, for me anyway. I'm gonna have to remember that one for stuff in the future. Oh man. Yeah, this one just moved really fast. It just most of the time I feel like was spent on the whole, back and forth negotiation regarding the usage of the land and such. And yeah, as wanted, granted, as the original footage, so they're limited by that. But it's just funny that like Rainbow Dash kept going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. And it's like it's day where she's at with Braver, and it's night where she's at with the Indian chief. So I'm like, how many days is this negotiation taking? That just struck me as funny. So yeah, the episode wasn't brought to conclusion, so it's hard to really comment on the story. It's like half a story. Oh well. I think I'm just going to leave this one at that because I'm just drawing a blank on any other significance. Oh, it just briefly, yeah, that Spike did raise a good point about like how did they know in the tree was going to be in the caboose? What if it was in the car right behind the train engine? And oh, well, yeah, actually, then he's like, well, for me, I would just derail the whole train and kill everybody. Um, Again, I'm going back to if Spike comes to power, what is he actually going to do to this world? He scares me a little bit with some of his ideas. Oh man. I was thinking there was another one I thought that was just reminding me of. I don't know what was it now. I hate it when I just forget stuff. Spike and I'm gonna kick myself later for it, but I guess I just need to. Oh, okay. I was just waiting for that aha moment. Just nothing specifically in this episode, but I've just been noticing kind of a trend here. A lot of the earlier MS episodes, it seemed like they were significantly rewritten from what the original episode was about. Like it almost had nothing to do with the premise of the original episodes. Whereas the last few episodes seem to actually follow the basic events of the canon episodes pretty closely. It's just with the alternate personalities of the characters and some slight variations and twists on key points in the storyline. Um, I'm not sure if that's because it's harder the way the episodes are laid out in canon to actually make them about something different, or if this is just something that Greg decided to do because it was better or easier or something. I don't know, but for me that makes it a little easier to follow these episodes actually because they do follow in line so much with the originals. I have somewhat of a point of reference, so it's just an interesting thing that I picked up on and noticed. So anyway, all right, talked long enough on this one. Wrap this up for now, and yeah, hopefully I got time. Yeah, I should have time tonight for at least one more of these. So, all right, we'll catch you again pretty soon for episode 20. Later.